Hello my friend, Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you in another video. This time around we're going to check out the brand new release by Safari Pedals. This is the Owl Control, a very versatile and very cool compressor plugin, alright, for Windows and Mac. And in this video I want to show you the features and controls and also show you some of the different capabilities on different instruments on different mixes. I want to share with you some of the things that makes this compressor special among others. There is a free trial available, 14-day fully featured free trial. The link is in the video description and first comment, and there is also a sale at the moment, introductory price of this brand new compressor. Full disclosure, the company Safari Pedals contacted me and approached me to make this video review for you guys, but all of the thoughts and opinions remain 100% objectively mine, and the members of this company are watching the video at the same time as you, and all of the content is made on my own terms. Before we begin, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can grab some additional freebies, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out my channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with content like this. So now let's switch to my DAW and check out this plugin. So let's begin here with the features and controls. First of all, the Owl Control compressor plugin, it's a four-way, four-mode compressor. Right here you can find the different types of compression, right? I'm gonna explain a bit more in depth each one of them. So one thing that I really loved about this plugin is the auto gain functionality, right? So if you increase the gain, which by the way, here in this compressor you don't have a threshold, so you need to drive the input, increase the input, right? And more signal will get to the compressor and eventually it will start to compress and to reduce the dynamics. You can do this with the input and the output will be level matched, right? So you won't have any like peaks in volume due to the compression and stuff like that. Let's remember that compression decreases the dynamic range, but it also increases the perceived loudness, and with this auto gain functionality, the loudness is out of the way and we can hear only what the compressor is doing. Just double click and it resets by default. One thing very interesting also about this compressor is the speed. This knob that you see here is about the attack and release, right? So if you see here, by default it's attack 309, release 29, and watch what happens when we change this, right? So the attack and release are changing at the same time, and due to the algorithm it's very musical, these settings combined. Also we have a ratio here, and of course we have the four modes of compression here. And for instance, by the way, if you change the four modes of compression, watch what happens also here on the fast and slow release and attack times on the speed knob. So for instance, I have the smooth and 309/29. If I change to pump, it changed to 158, 59, right? And LoFi also changes, and MixBus also changes. So this compressor can be used on every track that you can possibly imagine. You can use it on individual tracks, buses, or also on the MixBus or on the master. And it also adds some character, some fatness to the sound. Also you have the width control here that will add a bit of EQ on the sides for stereo tracks, right? So 100% like that. I'm gonna show you that feature also in a moment. And you have here a blend control, of course. If you want to use like parallel compression, you can use it at 50% or 100% if you want to have the full effect of the compression, right? Let's start here with the smooth setting, the smooth algorithm. This is all about like an opto compressor, right? So it reacts not so quickly like the pump effect, which is kind of like the 1176. So the smooth compressor, it rounds nicely the transients and stuff like that. It's not as aggressive, but it's very, very musical on vocals, on drums and stuff like that. The pump, like I said, it's like an 1176. It's more aggressive, reacts super, super quick to the transient information, to the peaks, right? So it makes it very useful for drums, bass guitar and stuff like that. Also on vocals, but in a more aggressive way. The LoFi, it's a form of compression that will introduce a bit of saturation and analog coloration and will give you kind of like an old school tape sound. Low fidelity sound, right? And the MixBus, it's like a very MU type of compression. It's like a tube compression, right? Very musical as well. It works nicely with the transients. It doesn't react so quickly because if you use it on MixBus, you want to preserve the transients. You don't want to kill them with a pumping effect or something like that. So the MixBus makes a very smooth also sounding compression for buses or for the master, and you don't want to really destroy the dynamics on the mix bus. So this algorithm works nicely on buses and on mix bus. You have here, of course, the gain reduction meter. You have tons of cool presets here, so let's check it out on some drums here. Okay, the mix bus, I'm gonna set it to 100% here so you can hear the full effect. Let's drive. Okay, before. Let's change here to a faster attack time and increase the ratio. Okay, let's use the smooth. Okay, some saturation. We can back off. As you see, it's brighter without it. Let's add some width, like less stereo, right? And this is more open in the stereo spectrum. Let's check out the pump. Right, it makes punchier the drums with the pump. Okay. And we are not having like a ton of gain reduction, but listen how punchy the drums become. Before, after. Let's check out the lo-fi. Right, so it removes a bit of the highs and makes the sound a bit darker with the lo-fi setting. The MixBus. It works great on the low end. It makes the low end fatter and fuller. Now let's use it on this vocal track. As you can see, a dynamic vocal track, which is pretty natural. Let's try to control those vocals with this. Let's start with smooth.
No more excuses. We can change this.
Let's put it at 100%.
This is our time to break this down. No more excuses.
Right, a bit of distortion. Let me start over with the auto gain engaged.
This is our time. No more excuses. We can change this. This is our time to break this down.
A bit of character, right?
This is our time. No more excuses. We can change this.
It reacts quickly to the transient information, and also it recovers quickly, right? You see the needle going back faster.
This is our time.
I love this kind of compression as well on vocals.
We can change this. This is our time to break this down. No more excuses. We can change this.
Super controlled vocals, right? You see, like in this peak, in this spike in volume, that compressor really clamps down the signal, adding that cool grit to it.
This is our time.
LoFi
No more excuses.
and MixBus.
We can change this. This is our time.
Yeah, for instance, in this case, I think pump would be a great choice to really control the vocals in case that you have a very dynamic vocalist.
This is our time.
We can play with
No more excuses.
the attack, maybe not making it so fast.
This is our time. No more excuses.
Before.
We can change this. This is our time to break this down. No more excuses. We can change this.
Now let's check it out on this bass track, which is also kind of dynamic. Let me show you. Right. Some notes are jumping all over the place without control, especially the lower notes. So let's control it, and also let's hear it in the context of the full mix. You're gonna notice how the bass sometimes gets buried in the mix in those parts where there's not like a lot of consistency, and with this compressor we're gonna put the bass under control, every note, every aspect, so that everything can be heard. Let's check it out. Let's put a pump algorithm here, 100%. Set the auto gain. Adding a bit of character. Okay. Let's compensate with this. And you can even see the waveforms here, right? Which are like, yeah, some peaks and valleys, of course. It's more consistent. Let's use the smooth. Nice distortion. I really liked that distortion here on bass. Let's check it out in context of the full mix without first. Right, you notice quickly how the bass like gets buried, the bass. Let's use this plugin to have the bass heard at all times. Let's use the pump effect. Okay, I need to compensate here. Up to 10 decibels of gain reduction, and I think that's a good place. Notice how the bass never goes away, never gets buried in the mix. Also, I'm gonna use this compressor on a snare track that it's pretty dynamic. Okay, for this we can use maybe the smooth, let's check it out, or also the pump maybe works, but it can make the sound of the snare too spiky. But let's check it out here. 100%, and let's click the auto gain here. Okay, a bit of a slower settings here on the speed. Increase the ratio. Okay, the pump will probably give me more attack. Yeah. Before, after. Yeah, it's not making it sound too spiky to my taste. Yeah, if you put the fast setting here with release and attack time, you're gonna pretty much kill that impact of the snare. So that's why I'm choosing a slow attack time. Okay, let's check it out in context of the full mix without it first. Without it, it's not bad necessarily without the compression, right? But it's more dynamic, the snare, and some hits might be heard more than others. And with the compression, we are making the sound of the snare punchier and also more controlled throughout the track. Let's finally hear it on this piano track. Let's put the blend 100%. Smooth. Yeah, it's like adding a touch of saturation, right? Check out the pump. Lo-fi, of course, darker tone. Probably the smooth is great here. The smooth also adds, I think, more distortion than others, right? So let's use it cleaner. Before. After. Nice. All of the notes, if you can hear, are leveled. Of course, more dynamics, less dynamics. The whole performance more consistent, but without losing all of the dynamics, right? Let me know what you think of this cool compressor by the company Safari Pedals. I am very interested to know your opinions And also let me know how would you use this compressor, the 4 different modes, how would you use them. And remember that there is a 14-day free trial available, fully featured. The link is in the video description and first comment. Before we leave, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunted.com, where you can grab some additional freebies such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. It was a pleasure. I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye bye and take care.